I don't know why I made that so dramatic. Hi Haley, happy Thursday. It is April 25th and today I'm going to talk to you about my childhood. I know that you asked me what my favorite color was in your dreary, half-asleep vlogging state, but I appreciate you making a video during Dead Week. So the reason that I'm going to talk to you about childhood today is because I've been making a lot of plans about my future and about being an adult and life, and so automatically when those things happen to me, my anxiety kind of spikes and I start thinking about childhood instead. So that's what we're going to talk about this week. First of all, to answer your question and get that out of the way, my favorite color is purple. Particularly, I have 3 favorite colors of specific shades. The first one is an amethyst, like a deep purple. That's why, as you know Haley, but our viewers may not, that's why I wear amethyst on my wrist. Color, well, it's blue is my second favorite color, but there's 2 very distinct shades of it. First one is Tiffany blue. The other shade is a deep, dark blue, like a dark royal blue. And then the third one is cream. So there's that. The reason that I've been going through a lot of life plans right now is because I was accepted into the English major, which is awesome. And I went and talked to 2 of 3 advisors this week. The first one was an English advisor who helped me plan out my future and talk about endorsements and start talking about my master's, which is absolutely terrifying. And then I'm going in to talk to a gender, women, sexuality studies advisor tomorrow because as you guys may have heard on social networking and stuff, I'm actually planning on double majoring now in gender, women, and sexuality studies and English. But instead of doing English with a writing emphasis, I'm just going to stick with Lang and Lit right now because that allows me enough credits to be able to double major. When I was thinking about that last night, and when I was kind of thinking about your question, Haley, about colors, especially the dark blue of one of my favorite colors actually kind of triggered a childhood memory of mine. One of my all-time favorite places to be when I was a little kid was at one of my grandmother's houses. And her house was always my favorite because it was just this hub for creativity. She had a side room that was just dedicated to crafting, and I would spend hours in there just coloring in coloring books and making tons of crafts. Her whole garage basically was dedicated to just filling up supplies for those crafts. Her kitchen was always an amazing memory for me because I basically lived off of saltines and waffles, which is actually a terrible diet. I can't eat either of those now because I can't eat gluten, but it was amazing growing up. But her living room, aside from the craft room and just the whole aura of being able to create and read and do whatever I wanted there, because it was just her and I when I was there for the weekends, was that the living room was the hub of my theater. That was my stage, and that's where I loved to act out plays for her and dance along to movies. My grandmother also made me costumes. She's the one who got me into theater and to acting as I was a young child, and she loved, even when I was a baby, to sew me things. And one of my favorite parts of doing the I was acting out Titanic with them, was that she made me this shawl that was the color of the stone. It was a deep blue with a shimmer to it, and I would just roll myself up into the shawl and just dance around in there. And so with all the responsibilities that I've been dealing with lately and worrying about getting a room for next year and just kind of thinking about my future in general, and with all of these kinds of things going on, I've been thinking a lot about the kind of spaces that I want to associate myself with. And even though I haven't been to my grandma's house in years, it's been so long, her house was always such a great memory for me as a child. Being able to just spend all of my time there acting and watching movies and reading books and watching TV shows, creating crafts, and just being able to make that space full of imagination and creativity and fun was so wonderful for me growing up. And I can only hope that as I get older and I am able to create spaces for myself, that I can maintain a place that was so comfortable, so welcoming, so fun, and so loving as a space that I grew up in, such as my grandma's house. But Haley, I hope that you are staying strong with your finals and Dead Week and all that sort of preparations going on since you are going home soon. So my question for you actually kind of involves that. I know that you're still working on your end of the semester video, but what I wanted to ask you is to make your vlog next week almost tailored to your past and future self, in the sense that I want you to give an open letter to your past self who was starting out in August when you went to school for the first time, and then an open letter to your sophomore self. Hopefully rewatch that video when it is time in August again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next week. Alright, bye!